This is the first episode of Women Empowerment on Jackie's Red Carpet. And I'm going to do Clock the Tea because that's the new thing that's in. And y'all know I really don't know when to do it, but I'm going to do it this time. Today we are talking about women empowerment. And I got my girl Tacola with me. This has been my friend since we're not even going to go into ages right now. We're going, but from the sandbox, as we say in our neighborhood. So tell me a little bit about you and what you're doing with yourself.
Okay, hey, my name is Tacola O'Neill. I am a baker. As you guys can see, I have my things out on the table. Um,
I was trying to figure it out.
I am a entrepreneur, baker, been baking since 2019, but event planning since 2010. Um, Worked at a lot of companies. Um, through high school on up, but I've been baking for a long time now, and that's what I'm doing. Um, Born and raised in Brookfield, East Oakland, all my life. I've been knowing Jackie since what kindergarten.
Girl, the sandbox.
Okay, and here we are. Before that, I was at Clorox for about 10 years, been administrative assistant for our marketing department there. I've been doing that for 25 years. Okay. For various companies.
No, I need, okay, we need the 1099 you because I need some marketing.
Okay, and 1099 me. I'm looking for all fields, and that's what I want other young ladies to know, that you need a lot of streams of income. So I think that's how I went into event planning.
I ain't gonna even lie. As long as I've been knowing you, I ain't never known you to bake girl look like Pillsbury.
Better than Pillsbury, baby.
Clack it.
You couldn't wait to say that.
Yeah.
Well, I've been baking with my grandmother, and I don't even want to go there because my grandmother passed last year, y'all, and it's still touching on my heartstrings. So I don't really want to go there, but that's where it started. And then I stopped working at Clorox because I got laid off. Okay. And when I got laid off from Clorox, it was around the holidays. It was like October or something like that. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, what am I about to do? And I didn't have no events. So it was about what I'm about to do. And someone was like, we're going to start baking. My company is Real Royalty Desserts. We do sweets and sips. And when we do sweets and sips, we do also drunk desserts.
Wait. What's a drunk dessert and why it's not on the table?
I know. You know why? I didn't add any alcohol in these because we was gonna be drinking. And okay, baby.
Yeah. And a lot of people don't come up out of there in success thinking of something different. You don't always have to be from the hood, but you can still be from. Yeah. Yes. You know where I'm going with it. Yeah, it's still in you.
It on you is in you.
It's in you. It ain't on me. It's in me. That's never gonna leave you whatsoever. And being that you've been my friend since we've been in the sandbox and never fell out, never lost communication, that's because we always uplift each other. And I feel like women need to uplift, not just go in on people. Like, I can't stand seeing, ooh, her business ain't doing this because she not doing this. Just call her and tell her that. Why are you posting it on social media? Girl, what somebody could do better, and that's your friend. Call them and tell them that.
The thing for me about social media is I think that people need to use that more as marketing and more as staying connected with people versus negativity. So I feel you on that.
Like, definitely. That's uplifting and empowering our women. Empowering your queens to let them know that just because you don't have it all don't mean you can't have it all. Right. Work hard towards your goals. Let everybody know this is what I want to do. And you're going to get the right support system, the team behind you to say and keep pushing you to do it. Girl, when I first had your shooter, I think it was a key lime.
Oh, yeah. That's the one Evelyn loved.
You said what inspired you to do that. What were you doing like in between time? There had to be a space in between. What inspired you to say, okay, let me just go ahead and just do my own business. Let me go ahead and start baking. You did mention your grandmother. We can talk about that later. But what was your backbone? Who supported you?
So really, it was money inspired. If I'm being honest, honey, I was like, where the money is? Okay, but but outside of that, as far as once I got laid off from my job, I'm married. My husband, he always had my back with whatever my motivation was. My kids too, you know, my Bria in the beginning, she would help a lot because she was much younger then. She about to be 17 now, baby.
You
I
old,
know.
girl. You getting old. You getting old.
No, why you gotta say it like
I
that?
guess she getting old.
Well, why you gotta say it like that?
She got a 17-year-old. She getting old.
I mean,
Well, how does your
you know
kid?
what?
Let's talk
I
about
was gonna say. I was gonna say.
girl. Still larger than charge, okay?
Right.
But no, like for real. As far as being laid off, I wasn't worried about money or nothing like that because I did have the support from my family, my husband, my kids, and things like that. But I'm never gonna be a broke bitch.
Period. So okay, so that kind of leads me
That's
into my
never
next
happening.
question because it's like people say, "Oh, you from East Oakland, you were born and raised, and you're statistic." Like, how do you overcome something like that? Like where you were born and raised from? You from one of the hardest known neighborhoods in East Oakland. You know, to come up out of that, how were you able to do that? You said you got family, you got support, you got your husband, you got your kids, you got all of that. Your mindset without those individuals, do you really, really think that you could have been able to do it? Like you got a lot of little girls out here that's don't have that support, they don't have the family, don't have the friends to back them up. So they like, oh, I want to twerk, I want to show my body on social media so I get these
But you know
likes.
what? I don't think that none of my crew, like we was always like that for real. And none of us, I don't think none of us ever even thought about being strippers or doing none of that.
Not
And
that being a
honestly,
stripper is bad.
no, but I'm just you
they pay their
asked
way
me
through
how
college
wasn't I twerking and doing
Yes,
that was your question. So I'm not saying it's
to
bad.
inspire other girls.
Yeah.
Like you don't have to do that.
Yeah. But none of us ever really thought about doing that ever. You know what I mean? Honestly, again, growing up in Brickfield, being in Sabrani, all my friends was just from Sabrani, which is crazy. But growing up in Brickfield and I was always around real niggas. Like, let's be clear.
Right.
So niggas wasn't even allowing us to do that. We had support from everybody in our neighborhoods. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like when you think about it, we never was on the block. We had grandmother. And that's the thing. I'm a grandmother now, but we had real grandmothers. Like
We did.
my grandmother wasn't letting me even walk outside in pajamas. You know how motherfuckers
Girl,
would walk to
the
the
bonnets.
girl bonnets,
Let's
none
do
of that.
better.
We weren't doing any of that. And so I think that that's what it was. It never was even a thought. It was always about getting money.
Got you. Period. It's not on us. It's
In
in
us.
us. Miss Gina.
Hey.
Right. I like that. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, my name is Gina Holloway. I was born and raised here in Sacramento. I'm a corporate girl. I'm an accountant, or at least I have been for the past about 8, 9 years. But I actually started my corporate career doing administrative work.
Okay.
And I worked at a lot of different companies. And so at the point in time where I decided to transition from admin to finance, even though like I have a degree, but it's not in finance. So everything I had to learn about accounting, I had to learn on the job.
Right.
And so I just kind of had to figure it out from there. But once I made that transition, I was working at a job that I absolutely hated. And one day I just walked in and I quit.
So I already need to know. What gave you the courage to just walk into a job and just say, I'm done, I'm leaving?
It was all a matter of my mental health. Like I could not stand going to that job every single day. Like it got to the point where I was crying in the bathroom because I did not want to be there. And so it was either suffer for a paycheck or go get that check somewhere else.
Right.
So I chose to go get that check somewhere else.
So they were basically attacking you, bullying you, like what discrimination? What was it for you to feel like it was bothering your mental health?
I felt like,
Overworked.
yeah, not only was I overworked, I felt like I was being used. I was trying to promote because I had the skills and abilities to do so. But the person that I was working for decided to keep me where I was and was actively sabotaging my promotion efforts by slamming my reviews. Whenever someone would contact them about my performance, they would tell them the exact opposite of what it was because what they wanted to do was keep me where I was. Because not only did I work very well in the office that I was in, I wrote strategies and protocols for other offices and trained other people in that particular district. I worked for the state at the time.
Okay.
And I was an office technician, and we had a region, and this region had multiple offices. So not only did I write a desk manual for my position, I wrote a desk manual for other positions, other offices in that same region, and I trained the other office technicians in those regions. According to the person that I worked for, I was too valuable of an asset to let go. But that would have kept me stagnant for the entirety of my career.
Right.
And I wasn't willing to do that. I wasn't even 30 yet. And I was like, this can't be the rest of my life.
Definitely.
So I decided to take a chance, and it led me to eventually leaving administrative work altogether. And that's how I ended up in accounting. But I had to learn that on the job. And the first person that I worked for basically took a chance on me that I was motivated and willing and able to learn how to do that job. So I knew absolutely nothing about it when I got my first accounting job. Absolutely
Really?
nothing. I learned everything right then and there.
And so you like it? Is it something that you have a passion that you feel like that would be your career where you're gonna retire from?
If I had to, but I can't say it's a passion. I can say it's a job that I don't hate doing.
Okay.
But my passion is somewhere else. While I was working that job that I could not stand, I needed an outlet. I needed something that did fulfill me. And like I said, I got a film degree, not an accounting degree.
Okay.
And so what I did back in 2011 is I started this company called Royal Treatment Entertainment, where I did artist management and event promotions.
Okay.
And so that's what I was doing after work. I had a 9 to 5, but I also had a 5 to 12. But the 5 to 12 was for me.
Yes.
The 5 to 12 fulfilled me. And I saw kind of a hole in the Sacramento local music scene. There was no place for hip hop. So I created one. And I started managing artists that were in that particular genre.
Okay.
And I did that for almost 10 years.
You said it's called, what is it?
It was called Royal Treatment Entertainment.
Royal Treatment. How are you trying to focus on that? You're still trying to do accounting, or what you doing now?
I mean, I'm gonna have to do both. I'm doing accounting so that I can eat because I like to eat good. I like steak. I like shrimp. I like lobster. I
You
like
feel
salmon.
me?
I like all of those
You
things.
feel me? That's why I go eat with you.
Exactly. Exactly. That is exactly why we go eat together. That is one of our favorite things to do. But when it comes to my passion, it's like I'm trying to revamp. Like I had a vision before, but I have a new vision now. But I want to keep it under the same name, right? Because that name means a lot to me. It's where I started this whole endeavor, right? And so I'm absolutely going to lean more towards the content creation part of it. I want to make movies. I want to make short films. I want to make web series.
That's where it's at right now.
Yeah. I want to
That's where
be,
it's at.
flex my creative writing muscle.
Good.
What does that look like for you right now? Like, are you moving in that direction now?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I've actually, I cleaned out my closet and I found this file where I had all of these story ideas in addition to like the 5 books that I have of story ideas. So I'm going through those now, finding my favorite one. I found my favorite one and I actually started writing a whole treatment for it, which is basically the story of what the script was going to be based off of.
Right. Man, keep pushing for that dream.
Do you know the lanes or for lack of better words,
like the avenue she need to go
avenues
through
that
to
you need
get
to go
to
through
to get to where you want to
can
be.
put your movies or
Yes.
scripts or
You have the
whatever out.
resources. Like, what do you
Absolutely.
look for? Like,
Absolutely. That's another part of research, because how to distribute a film is a lot different nowadays than it was back when I went to school.
right.
When I went to
yes.
school, it's like you almost had to go through Hollywood, but now you can self-publish anything. You can
Yes.
self-publish books, you can self-publish content, because there are different sites. There are things that you can do for social media, there are things that you can do on different websites, but ultimately I want my own website that can host my own content, because then I have no restrictions.
Okay. So what would you tell this younger generation that has those, they have those dreams, but they look at different avenues and different things that they can do because social media is where it's at right now. So you got these young
100%.
girls that figure, oh, let me be an influencer. Let me be on social media. Let me do TikTok. Yes, you know, you're going to get that money. We get all of that. But what would you say to start from or look for when a young woman?
I would tell her that there's value in her story, and don't compare herself to what other people have going on, because other people's stories aren't yours, and there's value in your story. No one has ever seen the world through your eyes, and that's the gift that you can give to other people. I feel like that's the gift that I have to give to the world, and that's the gift that any other young content creator has to give to the world as well. No one can see the world through your eyes, and your gift to give is showing us. We want to see that. And learn how to tell a comprehensive story, a good story, a story that keeps people engaged. And that in itself is an art form.
Oh, right? We gonna do that on that one.
Like that. Yeah,
and I can say, just keep pushing for your dreams. Keep going. Thank you, Gina. That was very inspirational. I know these young women out here can really look up to something that you said because a lot of young girls are scared to even say, let me really try it. You got a lot of parents that don't promote and don't support their kids when they say this is what they want to do. No, well, you need to do this and do that. Don't force your kids to do anything. Let them live their dream. Let them be outspoken. Let them say what they need to say. Let them have a voice. And I've always had the relationship with my kids, and that's why my kids are who they are because they are people.
I agree to a certain extent. Don't do that. No, I do. Clock it. Clock it. No, I agree that you do have to let your kids have a voice and stuff. Keep in mind, 29. They can have a voice and they can try, but I also don't believe in like social media make your kids think all about content creating, YouTube and all this, that, and that. It's a lot of work in that. And I don't think kids understand that. So I think that if that is your kid's goal and that's what they like, for instance, my cousin, she has a son that is doing like movies, like he a little boy. Mace, that's my little baby. But yeah, Mace is all into creating movies and scripts. He be posting all over her social media, doing things like that. And he's good at it, but it's a lot of work. You know what I mean? And I think that Mace is gonna be great at it. But all kids
they're not built for that. Yeah, they're not built for that.
Content creation. Yeah. You know what I mean? And so when I say that, I'm not trying to deter no kids or anything like that from going that route, but know that that's what you want to do. You know what I mean? Know that you're willing to put in the work. Like they see these little Kaisanots and you don't know Kaisanot? He's a streamer.
Yeah,
he's a big streamer. Yeah. Millions of followers.
Oh wow. Okay.
And stuff like that. And they see them, it's a couple of them out there that are big streamers and stuff like that. And they see them getting millions and millions of followers on Twitch and all these little Patreons, all these different like YouTube channels and stuff like that, right? Streaming networks.
Okay.
And so they see that and they think that's easily obtainable, but it's not. So as much as you want to pour into your kids and let your kids know, like, hey, you can do whatever you want to do. You also got to direct them.
Right.
You know,
That's true.
so I agree with it 1,000%.
Right.
And I do know the world is going into those different routes, podcast, streaming, this, that, and the third. But it ain't nothing wrong with being a doctor, a lawyer, a nurse, engineer,
accountant.
or anything like that.
An
Or
accountant,
Okay.
accountant or administrative assistant or whatever. Okay.
Right. Nothing
As an
wrong with
executive
it.
assistant, I was making $115,000 to $130,000 a year.
I think we go like
Clock it.
that.
Yes.
Coming out of Brookfield, making 6 figures, we
So
gonna
what
clock
I'm saying
that.
is
Yes.
you can make good money in that field. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
Be a president of a company. Be, whatever you want to be. However, do your research.
Do your research.
And don't just sit there and
Definitely.
want to be a content creator because it looks easy
Right.
to talk on screen or whatever, because
Right.
it's not. You
Right.
know what I mean?
Right,
And
right.
everybody ain't entertaining. So you might think you're entertaining to your family and friends, but baby, everybody ain't entertaining.
Everybody
Okay?
ain't that.
So, but that's why you see it's certain people in those lanes, like the Joe Buttons, the Charlemagnes of the world, like, you know what I mean, like the Jackies of the world. Come on, Jack, clock
Yes.
it. But everybody ain't entertaining.
Right.
And some people just fall into it.
I
Some
didn't.
People,
I didn't think I
you've
would.
always been her. You always been that girl that's been able to create a lane for yourself. You know what I mean?
You, yeah.
So we'll go into you telling us
Yeah.
how you.
You all, yes. Born and raised in East Oakland, Sabrini Park. Yeah, and okay, my daddy from CG, dad in the beginning, then we changed it to Colombian Garden. Shout out to my cousin Jelly D, Dwayne and Mick and all of them. But, I came up out of the hood. I came up out of the hood, but I had a different life in the hood. Mm-hmm. My grandparents together, both sides, mom and dad side, my grandparents, all of their kids. My mom and dad met at Madison Middle School in Sabrini Park when they was 12 and 13 years old. Yeah, I thought we was rich, girl. I thought I was Michael Jackson's cousin. Don't play with me.
No, Michael.
I did, Jackie Jackson. I was related to him because we had money. We had motorhomes and boats and Chevys and Impalas, what y'all call them, glass houses now. We had houses. My family owned houses on the block, mama and daddy side. You know what I'm saying? We thought we were rich coming up. But I met a hood nigga. Even though I'm from the hood. Okay, you know what, bitch, I ended up in the TLs. You wouldn't have never thought somebody like me coming up in a household that I came up in would be in the TLs. I didn't even know what a TL was, girl. I thought I was eating a tenderloin steak. Don't play with me.
Like we're going to tenderloin. I want a medium well.
And what's funny is I was talking to somebody the other day, was like, the detours women and their outlook on life. So, and I was like, no, I wasn't detoured. This was what I was doing. No. And she was like, no, think about think about it. Yeah, I wasn't supposed to be in no TLs. That broke my daddy heart. That broke my mama and daddy down because I had no business being in there.
Where you was at?
Because I didn't need the money. I lived with my parents. I'm still in high school. Mm-hmm. But the detoured me. And now I look back on it like, damn, I really was somebody else at that moment. And yes, gracefully, we had 4 beautiful kids, 18 years of marriage, and that it didn't work out. And it's okay. You don't got to be a statistic. You don't got to be a baby mama your whole life. You know what I'm saying? You don't got to have 4 different baby daddies before you meet the man that you're supposed to be with. No, save yourself. There's protection. There's things. Get out of it, so. Girl, that is a whole nother podcast. I'm gonna need you to come back for that because that is definitely knowing when to get out of it. Because my first bid was 18 years. I'm going to keep saying it. My first bid was 18 years.
You remember we used to be seeing each other because remember our kids same age.
Yes.
And we, Jakir and Alexis was like young at that time. Mm-hmm. And I don't even know if you had P yet. How old is P?
They 3 years apart.
Okay, so you probably did have P.
Yeah, they 3 years apart.
It was probably just Jakir and P at the time. But I remember as always being like, you still with y'all? Right. We thought that was like
the end thing. You had to be with your baby daddy.
Like we ain't because we baby mamas out here.
No, we with our dude. So that was a big thing.
So quick, how that was really not even a flex.
It really wasn't. It really wasn't. Because it's like you with your baby daddy. Okay, I'm with your baby daddy next week. Y'all not happy. It's toxic. It's like, yeah. Girl, but it took me 18 years and it was like, okay, we grew apart. We just grew apart in different directions. No better, no worse, no good, no bad. We just grew apart. And it became better because we co-parented better. He became a more consistent father, being a bigger role in our lives because there's no longer that wife right here to hold all this together. You can go do what you do and come home because you're with your kids. Now you 100% involved more with them. Mm-hmm. So he became a better father, a more consistent father, a more on hands. And I love that. I completely love that. His new wife, they have 2 babies. I completely love that.
I have a question.
Okay.
I want to go right back to the part where you said that at the time it was cool to just stick with your baby daddy. Mm-hmm. Even if it's toxic, even if you're not happy. Why is it worth being with somebody when it's toxic and you're not happy just to say that you're with your baby daddy? And this is from a perspective of somebody who does not have kids.
I'm gonna sit back because I feel like she got this one.
I'm asking both of y'all this question because
I don't think, and just to say it before I forget my thought, I don't think that it was, I think we grew up in a time where you didn't want to be a baby mama.
Definitely.
Like baby mama in a sense was a stigma. You know what I mean?
I don't even think it was called baby mama back then. But
she was married.
We kind of old.
No, I wasn't. I didn't marry my first daughter's father. So I'm married to my husband now and my second daughter's father.
I don't think we knew it was toxic. Married, I don't think you see it.
I ain't gonna say.
I don't think you know it or see it because we were young. We were kids.
Well, I'm gonna say as far as the pride in still being with that person was the fact that you wasn't
a baby mama.
A baby mama, and you wasn't around.
Y'all was together in a relationship.
Like, I didn't just have a baby.
That was like something that women held. We wanted to make sure we hold that. What is it when what am I looking for? Your reputation. I'm not a baby mama. I'm a girlfriend. I'm a wife. Like, this is my guy. I didn't have just have a baby with this dude. Yeah. We're together. It was just something that you held. But now that I'm at this age, it's like, no, we were looking for the wrong title.
Okay.
The title should have been wife.
Okay.
The title should have been like, I'm a wife and now I'm having, this is my child.
The truth of the matter is I could have been the wife too. Mm-hmm. But
what's the point of being the wife if you're still unhappy?
I know, it's true. I don't think that I was unhappy for a long time.
So but were your kids happy?
Well, in my situation, yeah. So I don't think I was in a toxic relationship, to be honest. So I do say I think that after 18 years, you do hold on. Is that what we doing? No, I think after 18 years, sometimes you do hold on to stuff because you've been in something so long or whatever. I don't think that I thought that my relationship was toxic. I just think that in the last, I can't say in the last like 2 years of that relationship, I kind of knew it was about to be over. But I think women, as women, I think we do try to hold on
To something that's not there.
yes. And sometimes you just like, you're not over it. So you're like, why is it not working? And you're trying to fix it.
And then one thing that women do, we blame ourselves. We think something wrong with us. We think that we're the bad person, and we're not. You are not the bad one in it, especially if it's a toxic relationship and you feel like something's not going the way you feel like it should, because everybody's entitled to their own feelings. If you guys have too many differences of opinions, let it go, because it's never going to change. It's not never ending battle. You will fight and fight and fight and fight, and you're gonna fight to where there's nothing in you left. There's nothing in you left. And so because of that, you lose sight of yourself. You lose sight of your family. You lose sight of what you're supposed to be doing right now. And it gets painful until you really start to realize there's something better in me. Girl, woo, I'm about to start preaching.
Girl, you preaching.
Go ahead and preach. I mean, I asked that question for a reason.
It's true.
I
don't think it was toxic for, well, I don't know. It could have been. I mean, toxic is something that's new. I've been with my husband for 20 plus years. So my first baby daddy, if you will, or my first baby daddy, if you will, I haven't been with him for 25 plus years. So I was in my early 20s. We stopped dating when I was like 20, 21, maybe. I don't even think I had made 21 yet. So you got to think like,
yeah, that's you.
Toxic wasn't even.
It wasn't even a thing. But now when you
but bad relationships have always been a thing. Now we have this toxic label for it, but people being incompatible has always been a thing.
But if you reflect back, if you reflect back on that, could you say that it was toxic?
I still don't think that it was.
Girl, my 18-year bid I did was toxic as fuck. I didn't know it was toxic then, but I know now.
I don't play toxic games.
You didn't know it was toxic though, because you was detoured by the D.
I was detoured. The moment I was detoured, I'm a cut off type of person. I don't really play those games.
Okay.
I get it.
And so when I knew it was over,
it was over.
It was over for me. So now was I in a relationship a little longer? Maybe. But when it was over for me, it was over. Right. And when it was really over, it took me about a week, maybe 2 weeks to get over that nigga. So I don't play them. That's the Leo in me, honey.
Okay, get up and get out. You ain't gonna make me miserable.
Yeah, so
you are not about to make me miserable.
I'm gonna move around.
Real quick.
Okay. But I don't practice that in my marriage.
It's a whole nother
thing. That's totally different.
Oh, different thing. Because I know how I can.
Is you choking?
Girl, it's twisted.
It's something choking you.
I don't practice that in my marriage because I do take time to kind of sit back and think. But again, like I said, I was young.
Yeah.
Then with him, I came. It was high school to my 20s or whatever, but yeah, once that shit was a wrap, it was kind of a wrap, and I'm glad it's over. I do feel like I thought about it, but it was a wrap. So I guess we here, and all that's over. Amen. So amen. How you come into your happiness?
I came into my happiness. Honestly, I'm still in my happiness.
I know you are still in it. I'm still in it.
Just living my life and just being happy with it. I mean, went to college. I went to college straight out of high school, but was in and out figuring what I wanted to do, wanted to be a nurse, wanted to be a lawyer, wanted to be a teacher, went through all that. I was like, I always like money, I always like paper. So I was like, okay, and I love math. It's my favorite subject. So I'm gonna go into math and go into accounting. So I started doing that. And then in 2011, my brother was murdered. And we were ridiculed by Fox 40. And during looking at Fox 40, CNN, ESPN, World, I didn't even know what World Star was. We were on World Star, girl. I didn't know none of this. And then you got the videos and everything about what we were acting up. And they commenting on us and talking shit about us and don't know the story, don't know what's going on. And they not asking us questions. And I'm like, why nobody reaching out to me? Why nobody want to talk to me? I got a side of the story to say too. And I'm like, if I had a talk show, I would have me on there. I was like, you want to know why? Because we're from the hood. We Black. We minorities. They don't give a fuck about our story. But I give a fuck about our story. Why y'all beat up Fox 40? We didn't beat up Fox 40. Fox 40 verbally beat us up. Mm-hmm. It was in our face. And Fox 40 was on us, telling us to leave. How are you telling us to leave? So we reacted in our emotions, and somebody else recorded it. So they recorded it, they put it out there, they said all this shit about us, how we ghetto, we from the hood, and now y'all wonder why none of our murders get resolved. Well, I feel like at that moment, I didn't care. We asked them so nicely, please do not record us. We don't know what happened. We don't know why it happened. We don't know what transpired or who is out there. So please don't record us. They decided to still record us. So now we're going to take your camera from you. We're going to take your camera from you so you cannot record us. And the moment they kind of reacted, boop, 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 sorry, that wasn't intentional. It wasn't something that we meant to do. It was, we were so emotional right at that very moment. It just came out like that. So when I saw all the comments and what they were saying about us, I couldn't defend myself. It was too many people to reply to. But I said, if somebody said, come on my show, come on the news, come talk to us and tell your story, I would have done it. But nobody asked me to because they didn't care. Only thing they cared about was to see some Black people acting hood and not even knowing the side story. So then after that, I was like, I'm going to start Sister. So I started my own website, tried to do that. I mean, it cost a lot of money, and I had no investments, no. Sister before Star Pass. We did. That was Sister Entertainment with my sister. Yeah. Our 2000 Manteca Water Slide Picnic. So then I came out with Sister Enterprise when I started putting on the events, and I had my nephew perform at his 21st birthday. So I started doing different things, but I started watching Bad Girls Club and Flavor of Love and all that, like the reality TV shows, Love and Hip Hop. Mm-hmm. And when it comes to the reunions, these hosts, they're not asking the right questions. They're not asking the right questions. They not like, they don't got that girl. I'm not, because then they got the wrong. They got the wrong TV host, because I'm asking the right questions. I'm making you stand your ground. No, that's not what you said. This is what you said. Show the clip. I'm calling you out. Yes, because I'm tired of it. They need a real reality host, a real TV personality. Oh, I ain't gonna lie. I love Portia from Real Housewives of Atlanta.
Me
I
too.
love Portia.
Oh,
Portia is good. I like Portia.
I love Nene clapbacks.
Oh, baby.
I love
I
Nene's
love
clapbacks.
Nene
I will
clapbacks.
always love Nene's
Real
clapbacks.
Housewives of Atlanta
Nene
is
be
never gonna be right until
rolling.
Nene come back.
Nene,
Okay?
see, let me tell you,
I will
I'm
always
just
love
now
Nene.
catching up. I'm just now catching up. I ain't been watching
It's not
it.
gonna be the same till Nene come
I'm
back.
just now catching up, and then I love Candy. She's real, but I feel like she gets a
Candy
little
is very
emotional.
boring on
Disagree.
Real Housewives of
Wait.
Atlanta.
Disagree.
You don't think she's boring?
I don't think Candy's boring at all.
I'm still catching up, so I don't have a comment. I just think she cried too much.
What?
I mean, but that's her personality, and I
She
don't
be
want
like,
her
"I'm
personality to
no
be like
bitch,
everybody
I
else's
mean,
personality.
girl."
The whole reason
Girl,
why
I
I
think
started
Candy-
watching that show is because all those women had different and distinct personalities
Yes.
in the beginning.
I think
Hi,
Candy
Portia.
definitely-
I like Portia.
I think Candy does bring the business side of everything.
Yes,
Yeah.
she's very smart.
However, like she gives nothing in arguments. Like I never feel
She don't
like
got
she,
that energy.
Some
I
people
know
just don't
she
argue
don't.
though.
She don't got.
But
She
I'm
lets her
saying-
bank account speak for itself.
You
Like
got
she's not
to
going to
get her
argue with
there.
people who are not making the type of money that she's making. That's the thing I love
You
about
got to get
Candy.
her there.
Which is why I feel like she should be on like a different one, like a different Real Housewives,
Excuse
or
me.
she got her
See?
own lane. I definitely feel like she has her own lane, but I don't feel like I never was turning on Real Housewives of Atlanta
To watch
see
Candy. Yeah.
Yeah. Was you?
No, not me.
I was turning it on. I actually
Not
like
me.
the whole cast.
I do. I
But
like.
I never had.
I like the whole.
I never had a
cast.
problem with
favorite.
Candy. No, I didn't tune in.
But was it ever?
Actually, I kind of did because I grew up on Escape,
cliffhanger?
and so that's where I
No.
met Candy, and I was like, "Ooh, Candy Bird's gonna be on Real
No.
Housewives."
I was
No.
excited,
But that
when
was
she
me
came.
though,
No.
right?
The only cliffhangers was when her mama was going
Hella
in
hyphy.
Todd.
Going in on Todd.
And then it was
Girl.
like, what that mama was
So
going
with
in
that
Todd,
being
but it never
said,
do that.
with that being said, let me tell you, Real Housewives of Atlanta. I feel like them as a unit when they do their little side little things, what you call them, confessions or whatever you call them. I feel like they say more shit in there than they do say it into each other. I feel like as women, we need to start talking to each other instead of like going behind each other back and making each other look bad. Like say it to the face.
People can't handle the truth.
And it's not what you say, it's how you
they
say
can't.
it. So go
They
ahead
cannot.
and address that situation.
But then, okay, so Boo, why you bringing that up?
She blew.
She blew.
She blew you.
Okay.
Yeah.
People, we want you to say it to them in different ways. Like you can't say stuff, and I get.
I
when
just
you
said
be
it's
saying-
not what you say, it's how you
But
say it.
At the same time, like don't.
It's the time when you
Here's the
gotta
thing.
say it.
I think if I bring something to you, I should correct my tone and make sure I'm bringing it to you in the
How
right
I'm
way,
gonna perceive it. Yes.
Right?
Yes.
But if you come ask me a question and I give you an answer,
That's the answer.
That's
you
what
don't
it is.
get to be.
You don't get to tell me how I'm
why
gonna.
you said
Yes,
it like
I
that.
gave you my answer.
Was it any less true?
No.
Was it any less true?
No.
The problem is that it be true.
Exactly.
And people don't want to hear that shit. They don't want you to tell the truth. They're asking you a question of your opinion. You gave your opinion. They don't want. They don't want to hear it. So now,
you asked for the truth that I observed, not the one that you live.
she said, so now they mad.
Because the one that
Yeah.
you live could be
Like
completely
that
different, but the one that
So,
I observed.
You feel this way. I feel that way. Okay, I love you, bitch. We going to the lobster and steak place down the street.
After.
That's it. There is no back and forth.
Because the thing is, if you didn't like what I told you, move around.
Move around.
Move
Heavy on move around. You don't have to eat anywhere near me.
That's
You
it.
can actually go over there. You can go home, and guess what? I can too.
And we can move around that topic, move around that subject, and still be friends.
Right.
We don't have to fight.
But
we can agree to disagree, and that's okay.
Stuff like that.
Then it's something else. The women empowerment, man. I need us to really stick to this because our babies are getting kidnapped. Our babies are getting put on the what they call it, the blade.
Oh, is it the blade?
They feel like these men are everything that that they need to be.
But why are they in the position to see those men that way in the first place? Who else is there for them? Is it on them or is it on? Because these are young kids.
Really
these are girls. These aren't grown women.
No, they're babies.
What adults around them are allowing that to happen? What adults around them are not protecting them from these men?
I know kids that grew up in great households that just want to be outside.
That happens a lot too.
You
I
know
understand
what I mean?
that.
It's kids that just don't
and they
want to
meet
listen
him.
to authority.
They meet
You know
him.
what I mean? And they meet a guy
They
that's
meet
telling
him
them everything
that they want to hear.
You know what I mean? Or it's also friends, influence. Like, oh, she don't gotta listen to her mama over here. I'ma test this water over here.
Or her mama never home at night, so we gonna go over there and kick it over her house. Her mama work kids, nights.
How many times I went to?
Yes.
I ain't gonna name none of my friends. Right. But I done went to my partner's houses like, oh, I'm spending the night at Jackie house. I use you because you here. I spent the night at Jackie house, but I knew I was going to somebody, to the party that night or whatever. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because I couldn't go out. Like I grew up with my grandmother. I stayed with my mom until my grandfather died when I was 10, and my grandmother was over there by herself, so I had to go. I mean, I didn't have to, but I love my daddy. So right. That's where I ended up.
So you had to go see my grandmother.
Yes. And so, but in situation, it was like this where I'm at, but my friends was doing this. My granny was like, you ain't going. No, so sir, no ma'am. Like, I spent the night at Jackie house so I could go to my other house,
Oh, damn well she ain't at my house.
So it ain't that my mama or my grandmother didn't really have my back or didn't care where I was at, but they trusted that I was at Jackie house and I was outside.
Right.
But at the same time, they getting older.
They need to see this.
But at the same time,
because look at the beautiful woman that you become.
But the other part is though too, like my kids think they struggle raising them. They thought Alexis is like mama. Like she think that life was good because she never missed a Christmas, never missed a birthday,
never missed a girl.
She always had school pictures. She always got everything that she needed. But baby, I was struggling. I mean, girl, I said as an executive assistant or whatever you make it. That was 20 years after I had been doing it, okay?
Right.
So when I first started, I'm making $14 an hour or something like that. You know what I mean?
Oh, you was balling,
girl, was balling. Give me my little $800 a week check. You know what I mean? Girl, I wish somebody would get $800 a week. Okay?
Now that's not gonna fly.
No.
Back then that was something though.
I
give you 2 days. That's the max you gonna get.
Okay.
And you gotta think, I still needed my mom. I still needed my dad. I was calling my dad, my grandmother to help me, things like that. But my kids didn't miss a beat. So when I'm talking to my daughter now and she like complaining about something, or she was like, yeah, mom, because you didn't have to go through. Oh, baby.
You're like, yes, I did. You just didn't see it.
I
because mama carried it like
that. And on top of that, once I started working, I was buying my own bus passes, my own this and the third. I always prided myself off not making my kids be adults just because they're 18. Mm-hmm. I'm like, okay, you 18, but I wasn't ready at 18 to be an adult. You know what I mean? So I pride myself on being able to take care of my grandson, help my daughter, this, that, and the third. When we was 18, before we was 18, we already had to take care of ourselves. Right. So that's your answer, honestly, of why people ended up on a blade or on a this, because people had to take care of themselves, and then they ended up finding a dude that was giving them money and then bringing his partner over. Like, I know girls that was like, oh, that nigga, he brought his partner over.
Right. Oh, they got some money. And yes.
Just go up in there with him. Like, ooh. And she went in there with him, and then she became a hoe.
Yeah, so it's not like they want to do it. It just comes. It just happens. It's just life.
And that's
circumstances. It's just life.
Why I also told my I don't care who you end up with. When it's time to go, you know you can come home. I don't care if you 50. When it's time to go, you know you can come home. Right. Period, point blank. I'm not that mother that's just gonna let my baby be out there struggling. Period. But when we was kids, it's a lot of me a little bit out there that was letting their kids like, oh baby, you can come back. You can come back. My husband, my this, my whatever. Preach. So, but that's the thing. And that's a whole other podcast. So asking like, how did girls that have families, real families, end up out there? They ended up out there because when they turned 18, their mama was like, baby, it's time for you to go.
That's wild.
And you can't do that. No. And and if I'm being honest, and I don't know, I'm black, so I don't know about Mexican households, white households, or whatever. But from what I know, it's like a lot of black families. Like we think that our kids turn 18, they grown, you gotta do on your own. And that's not real.
That's the furthest from the truth. That's still a teenager. It's in their. It's in the age.
Now I ain't saying let your babies be in your house till they 30, 40 years old. I mean, and it's possible. You know what I mean? I'm not even saying that, but they need to be doing something. You know what I mean? Yeah. Because when your kids are 60, shoot, you 80, 90, right? So you might need. But what I am saying is know your kids. Don't put your kids out there if they ain't ready. You got some kids that's out there. I was 16, I moved out. Moved back, but moved out. Right. But at the same time, you got to know your kids too, you know, and know when they need to come home. Yeah. Don't. That's so deep and that's so dope. And what's crazy is that is a podcast topic. And I feel like you want to go deeper into that. So I'm going to invite you back to definitely go deeper into that because I'm going to go super deep on that. So if you do want to come on that podcast, you want to talk about your kids and you want to talk about going into what we were just talking about, let me know, DM me. You know, I want to thank you both for coming on. Oh my God, this was such an awesome experience. And it was. We got some bloopers in there. That's
we got plenty of those. We got plenty of those.
I want to thank my cousin and my husband for supporting and having us tonight. And I just want to say that to all you young women out there, don't think because you a product of the hood, you have to be a product from the hood. You can come up out of that. You can be something successful. You can go into a deeper, broader experience and life revelation that's going to bring you up out of that. Think deep into your experiences and your dreams. It's way more to it. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna tap on to that too and just say that whatever you want to do, definitely do it. I didn't know this was gonna be my goal or what I was gonna be doing, but I'm here, I'm doing it, and it is very prosperous. And so I just say continue to focus on what you want to do and lift yourself up in any way. Reach out to the people you need. And therapy is good too, y'all. Therapy is great.
Definitely. Therapy is excellent. Therapy is wonderful. I swear by it. And I mean, I swear by it. 100%. Go see the lady. Okay? Sit on the couch, get you a journal, journal your feelings, brain dump every night. Just get everything out of your head so that it does not simmer. Yeah. Write all of it down, even if it seems trivial. Write it down. If it bothers you, write it down. If you love it, write it down. If it makes you happy, write it down. Come back to it. There's nothing wrong with that.
Well, y'all, listen, check me out at Real Royalty on Instagram. I'm also Tacola O'Neal on Facebook. And, O'Neal because she's married. We doing what we doing, and these are her pastries. We're about to enjoy these right now, you guys. Look into the link from this after this recording. You will see the link to her, so you can order if you need to, because she do cater. And she does be at Mills Hokies and Oakland if you want to come and pick Saturday, y'all. Gina, we're going to jump into getting you started back out with your stuff and make sure you are out there and make sure people start looking into you.
to promote,
Yes.
put on some parties.
Yes.
And then she gonna cater them parties.
Exactly.
And I'm a podcast them parties.
And in the meantime, you can find me at Damn Gina on Instagram. It's DAAAAMNJINA on Instagram. And I'm going to holler at y'all. Come see about me.
I love you guys. I thank you so much for joining. This is the first women's empowerment, but not the last. Join Jackie Red Carpet on YouTube. You know, and we gonna do what? We gonna clack it.